What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Liz King with King's Critiques, and we're back for Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace, which the very first episode of this show already left a huge impact and shows that, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this one and ride it through. In some ways, it reminds me of a new game. In other ways, it feels a little fresher compared to... Because, like, we heard things in that first episode that I don't think I've ever seen in another show. You know, both on the suggestive half, because their written work can definitely leave some suggestions to what things could be meant, like in that last couple minutes of the episode, or just using, one of my favorite phrases that mostly comes from European culture. And I know I'm still in the first couple minutes, so saying it probably wouldn't be too good for algorithm and whatnot, so I'm trying to avoid that. The way that you can obviously tell that whether it be simply professionally or otherwise, both people from our intended couple definitely react towards each other very strongly. But that said, let me know your thoughts on the last episode in the comment section early or at the end of the episode of how you feel about this episode and the show up to episode 2's end. That said, also, always appreciate to let the video run through the limit of the watch time, hit the like button, subscribe, and all of that good kind of stuff. That said, let's get into things, shall we? Yeah, like, she just told you to say a random cute thing. You're the one who said you like her. These things happen. What are you doing here? You called me. Okay, pause, hold on. You know what? I had to let my mind get away from me for a minute there, and the way that looks is actually probably appropriate, but also not appropriate. Anyway, we listened to the intro and outro in the last one because I do this for the purpose I do. I skip over them other than the first and last episode, but they're banger songs. Definitely listen to them when you watch this on your own time, or even, check them out if they're uploaded officially, mind you, on YouTube. Also, the dog that they eventually get apparently is a cute dog. Okay, she's said things like that twice now, so I'm starting to doubt what she says completely. Yeah, and here you are scrolling Twitter and whatnot. Listen, it's hot. Be careful. What was she expecting? Like, at the very least, she's not going to pull a McDonald's because it's her own friend and in her own home. Smile. And this is, Japan, not our dumbass country. That, to mean more specifically, the people within are just absolutely... Ooh. Actually, off topic of gay, wait, actually, that's not technically correct. I was going to say something about her manga cover kind of reminds me that I should go back to Hikaru at some point, too, because there's so many things I didn't finish and upload. Well, actually, either finish or upload. There's a couple of things I finished that I was doing last season before YouTube did the thing. So, yeah, I really need to, get on that. Luckily, there's only a small handful of things this current season I'm actually watching. Or plan to watch. Okay, that's a slight lie. There's probably 2 more Yuri shows I could check out. But I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out eventually. There's just so many shows to watch, which is not a good nor a bad thing. It's the matter of recording and editing, which at this point I'm so far behind on. I'm getting personal requests to upload old content, so probably work on that ahead of the older content. I'll figure it out. Bitch blaming herself for that? Understandable. I blame myself for a lot, but also, bitch. I actually know that kind of feeling though, being asked what do you, and then you just freeze because you have no fucking idea, which when running ideas through somebody well is at least something to where the freezing isn't a bad thing, because it's you both suck at it, so it's just going off. And honestly, that's probably one of the things I look forward to the least if I ever do manage to find a girlfriend or something, is them being as indecisive as I am. But that's a very unlikely thing to worry about in the future. For now, yeah, no, I do get that feeling though. Yeah, her falling silent made the editor feel kind of awkward about ambushing her with that question. Because, like, it is one of those things where if you don't come up with ideas immediately going in there, yeah, shit gets awkward real fast. Yeah, that's unfortunate. She realized she just can't handle it and takes to getting to not waste her time anymore. Could at least be polite and be like, thank you for the opportunity, and then just zoom off. But, like, yeah, no, I get it. Messed up way of putting it, but again, understandable. Like, she, yeah, could have been more polite about the situation, but yeah, you get overwhelmed by feelings and realize you can't handle it as much as you thought you could have, so you just kind of fuck off, basically. Unfortunate, but it happens. But at the very least, I got not to take away from the point of the show. I'm going to speak personally on this one. That really shows the kind of drive and determination I have for like this whole thing. Because like I've been at it long enough on both sides to where obviously it's what I want to have, accomplished. I just need to not be as pathetic at it because I have the drive, the determination. I just am not great at it. Like on this channel, again, that's one thing because I don't have to do like any super cool, fancy, fun edits. I could, and if anyone's listening to this, let me know if you'd want to see some of those in something because I guess I could, do the kind of thing I've done on my gaming channel where super hot girl shows up, I go wowzers and go woo. Then again, I don't think for a lot of the anime, the red guys might appreciate that, but it's something I could do, or just like zoom in on my face when I'd give like a really big reaction or that kind of thing. I can always do the extra editing, but that's also not as interesting to see now here because I'm not doing the full thing. But yeah, let me know any extra little tidbits I could be doing that you guys might like to see, because I'm always open of like ways I could change, ways I could make things better, and all of that. But that said, yeah, let's move. Yeah, that's mostly true. Unless you're one of the fucking weird people that's like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out the plot line for this and this. Everything in the middle, I'll figure out as I go. Let's refer back to what she said in the last episode about, not inviting a girl you're not dating, or, yeah, inviting a woman you're not dating into your house. And what of, sleeping together in your house with a woman you're not dating? Because, like, I still question how long ago they made friends. Obviously, it was, like, after the other one went to that, editor and declined the offer so impolitely, so they've been friends for only a short amount of time. So, what does that make her? She does raise a good point, though. Like, if she's fine with being, just the second hand person, the right hand woman, as it were, is it really a bad thing if your, boss is famous? Personally, wouldn't be bad. If I were good at anything I could help somebody with, listen, I don't mind being second if it involves, like, them being famous. But unfortunately, I'm not a great editor or artist, so yeah, that doesn't really help me much. Like, well, fine, yes, person. I just am not good at any one specific thing. Maybe, like, talking straight from the heart, being real with y'all, and, like, talking how, like, you could be a better person or how you could help others be a better person. Even if sometimes I'm a little, direct with it. But, okay. That is actually a really sweet comment, though. Like, she just called her friend a genius, even though she is a little bit of a crybaby. No, you dumbass. Like, her reaction at first made it seem like she understood it was, like, really sweet, and bruh, you have to be so mean because you're an idiot. Could she just not sleep, so she decided to go work on shit instead? See, like, her reactions like this are the exact thing that probably also, like she said earlier, do not help her friend want to be in that role. Because, like, being creative is hard, you know? Taking ideas similar to what other people have done or to what you know people will do later in different ways is one thing, but to create your own ideas is, like, really, really hard. That said, I still have a couple videos that need to go up on my gaming channel that I've only like technically finished one of that people have already done like 4 times over. But I'm doing it my own way at least. And I'm pretty sure I came up with the idea first. But yeah, go subscribe over there if you like Pokemon and gotcha games. Because like more hot girls smile. Okay, so in her sleep deprived state while falling asleep, she's having a flashback. So they have been friends since high school. Okay, got it. So the last episode thought was basically just because she never told her about what happened. Understood. Or earlier in this episode. So she just kind of zonked out after massaging her. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, okay, okay. So actually, she. Okay, so she wasn't friends with her in high school age, but her sister was. Okay, yeah, got. Adorable, actually. Yeah, her shoulders feel lighter physically. Meanwhile, an argument is made, as well as a question. Meanwhile, we go back to the flashback she was having earlier. Okay, so the offer to work for her came right after that awkward incident with the other publisher. Man, must be nice for after one awkward failure for something to just come right up. Okay, well, I know those two aren't necessarily the shipping of the show. They also kind of have their own adorable interactions. You know, the one being a couple of years younger than the other and working as her assistant happily, but also being like her best friend. It's cute. It works. So like so far we got our 3 main people and have a good amount of stuff. You know, good vibes felt by all of them. So probably what an episode or two before we start meeting some of the other cast that's shown in the intro and outro. But again, another good episode, another fun exploration of the stuff going on in their lives and all that. And you know, as I often say about these things, let me know your thoughts on the episode, the show in general, and whatever else about shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky, keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, where eventually I'll get the full versions of these uploaded on Twitch. Subscribe for benefits, can do so at Twitch Prime for free. Until next time, been the Blues King with Games Critiques, out, ta for now. Peace.